Hi, this is Lou and welcome to my brand new art studio. This is a great space that I've been in for a few weeks and it's great to have a little bit more space to work. I feel very privileged and very excited about what I'm going to be able to do. Just having a little bit more room to move around and a little bit more room to create art. So I've been in for a few weeks and I've been creating some new art for a brand new course that I'm working on drawing and painting Celtic knots. You can see some of them behind me. I've been sharing a few clips online on Instagram and a couple of shorts on YouTube, but the bulk of the course is yet to come, and that's going to be released really soon. So you may have noticed that I've not been around on YouTube very much over the summer. In fact, I sort of didn't announce that I was taking a break, I just sort of stopped. So you may have wondered what happened. Now, if you've been around my channel for a while, you'll probably know that I do like to take frequent breaks in between YouTube series. I work best when I've got time to develop new ideas and when I'm not kind of in always on mode. And that is something that I'm trying to take forward. That knowledge about myself and how I work is something that I'm trying to take forward into the future as well. I'm also somebody who doesn't like doing the same thing for, too long in one go. So I've spent the summer working on a couple of different things. One is the course that I've been talking about, where I'm going to share how to draw and paint Celtic knots. And the other is a platform that other courses and my monthly membership can live on. So currently I have an account on a platform called Ko-fi, which is very similar to Patreon if you know that one. And what that does is it allows people to support me, to give donations, and for the last, over a year, so a year and a bit, I've been producing a monthly pattern video for the people who support me over there. Now that was always intended to be like a first step to put my toe in the water to see whether that was a kind of model that would work for me. And I have to say that it has, but what I found was that I kept wanting to do things on the platform that it just wasn't built for. It just didn't have the flexibility for me to do some of the things that I wanted to do. So I looked at lots and lots of different options, but I decided that the bespoke option would give me the most flexibility that I was missing. So that's what I've done. I've set up a brand new site and I'm calling it Lou's Pattern Library. And it's going to house workshops, courses, and my monthly membership. So on the site, you can become a member at various different levels. And if you're aware of sites like Ko-fi and Patreon, then this won't be surprising. It won't be anything different. What I've got on there are 3 different levels. So the first level I'm calling the community level, and that's completely free. If you want to join, all you have to do is sign up. So at that level, what I'll be doing is I'll be sharing for free the outlines of the monthly patterns that I've been creating every month. So every month for the past year, I've created different patterns, and for each pattern, I've also created downloadable outlines. So there are different types of downloads. The first is print and paint downloads. These are very, very pale lines that you can print straight onto watercolour paper from your home printer and use as the outlines for the patterns. So you can colour them, paint them, use whatever materials, mediums you like. The other ones are traceable outlines, where the outline is in black. You can print them out onto normal copier paper and then use that to trace onto your final piece. The main tier is the Pattern Lovers tier, and that one is everything that I've been sharing on Ko-fi so far, which has been the videos on how to draw and paint the patterns. If you sign up now and you go on there, you'll have access to over 12 months worth of patterns, and that library just keeps growing over time. Every month I release a new pattern and there'll be new videos, how to draw it, using pencil, ruler, compasses, and then how to paint it. What's brand new is an extra tier, which I've been wanting to add for a while. And this one is going to be a live tier. This isn't something that I've been offering on Ko-fi. It's brand new for this platform and for my new membership community. And that is, I'm calling it the Pattern Makers tier. Every month I'll be doing a live session for that tier, and that's going to be, it'll be guided by you, but at the minute what I'm imagining is that we'll take the pattern inspiration for the month and then do something different with it. So that could be extending it to make it more complex, it could be simplifying it, it could be reproducing it in different colours, it could be decorating it in a different way, it could be doing it at a different scale, something like that, but it'll be a variation. I've been quite enjoying making variations on some of the patterns that I've been making. I like trying to make them more contemporary, so if I've got a really classic pattern, what can I do to make it feel more contemporary? And that extra session and that extra tier is going to give me that chance to play a little bit more with the patterns and to do it with you as well. So I'd really like to get to know you all a little bit better and to have a more kind of, more of a connection. And so I'm hoping that adding in some live sessions will be one thing that will help me to do that. The new site also has more community features. You can not only comment on the posts, but there's a whole forum where you can chat to one another. I'll be hanging out in the forum, ready to answer any questions. There will be, there's already a few topics that I've started there as just like conversation starters, but I hope that you'll come up with yours too, and it'll kind of take on a life of its own. The other thing with it being a completely bespoke platform is that if there are requests for features that aren't on there, if there are things that you would really like to see or things that aren't working about it, I can tweak them. I can't promise everything, but if there are things that you would find really helpful, then I can try and make them happen. So this new site is going to be the host not just to that monthly membership, but also to different courses and workshops. Currently, the Pattern Library membership is the only thing up there, apart from a coming soon section for my brand new Celtic knot course, which you can hear a bit more about next week. You may be wondering what's going on with YouTube and why am I doing this now? And this is something that came out of my explorations earlier in the year. I was doing lots of reading around art and mental health. And what I realised was that my mental health was not in a great place, and I had lost the the love for it, the passion for it, and I was just sort of going through the motions. And I realised that I really needed to get my teeth stuck into some new projects, and I really needed to take like deep dives, like I've done with Celtic knots, into topics, so that I can spend good amount of time researching and really kind of exploring them to their fullest. And doing YouTube week in and week out, creating videos on that sort of schedule wasn't giving me the space to do that. What I want to do is to create YouTube seasons that feel a bit more like courses. So I'm planning probably fewer seasons a year, but there might be more videos in them. But the way that I'll be creating them will be different. So what I want to do is to spend more and more focused time really getting into a topic over a couple of weeks, and then creating a series of videos out of that I will then publish over a longer period of time. So you might not notice too much difference in the kind of this cycle of videos, but hopefully it'll be better for me. What I'm planning to do is to do a series towards the end of the year. It'll be October, November, and there'll be a whole series of videos on a theme that is yet to be decided. I've got several ideas and I keep flitting between them. I think that it's likely to be something much more fluid and dynamic, and having spent a lot of time working on the Celtic knots and them being kind of very detailed and precise, I feel the need to be a bit more bold and expansive, and to do some things where ink and paint is flowing randomly and there's a little bit more kind of, I don't know, like accidental beauty coming into them. So I feel a bit more like I need to do something like that. So it's probably going to involve a lot more loose, abstract work. It'll still involve patterns, but there'll probably be a lot of kind of, more space for mess and accidents in the series that I've got in mind. So before I go, let me just share with you a few clips from this month's pattern video. This is going to be the interlocking arrowheads that I'm doing for September, and that pattern is going to be available as a full tutorial over on my new membership site.